welcome back. Thanks very much for staying with us. Dastango, or a storyteller's voice, is the main artistic tool in orally recreating the Dastan or the story. However, this artistic field has remained majorly male-dominated. Breaking the shackles of patriarchy and male chauvinism comes forward a woman from a conservative Islamic background who today has risen up as the first female Dastangoe amongst the male Dastangos of India. Let's find out how her love for literature led her to learn the art of storytelling known as Dastangoe.
Dastangoe is an Urdu oral storytelling art form that dates back to the 16th century. One of the earliest references to Dastangoe in print is a 19th century text containing 46 volumes of the adventures of Amir Hamza, titled Dastane Amir Hamza.
In India, what is Katha in Hindi is Dastan in Urdu. From Arabia and Persia, this art form came to India. Then these texts got translated into Urdu and have been a part of the Indian history for a very long time. Dastan is the most effective way of representing culture. Dastan has been a long-followed tradition between the end of the 19th and the beginning of the 20th century. Dastans were heard everywhere during this time. However, in the last 50 years in India, this art form nearly went extinct.
In the last decade, however, this art form has witnessed a revival of sorts. One of the most well-known modern-day Dastangos in India is Fouzia. But her journey to fame has not been an easy one.
Well, it was very difficult. My mother was not able to understand this. Most of the women in my family are mainly into teaching and academics. Forget performing arts. Beyond teaching, women are not considered worthy of any other occupation. Your daughter leaves around 8 a.m. in the morning and comes back at 11 p.m. In Old Delhi, in an Islamic background, it's not easy.
For scholars, performers like Fouzia are reclaiming a space that women should have rightfully commanded.
Earlier, the grandmothers used to recite the tale of kings, conquerors, of fairies, gods, and jinns. That is what men heard from them and recited outside in the neighborhood, as male Dastangos in the court of kings and emperors. But the main foundation to this tradition in reality is, and has always been, the women. Their voice is something that commands more attention, and a Dastango's voice is what is a real magic.
Despite her growing fame, Fouzia acknowledges that the performances aren't a viable source of income. For her, this is a labor of love through which she desires to return Dastangoe to its old glory.
There is not much money involved in this. You don't get paid well as usual. I got recognition when I started working alone and started my own Dastangoe, the storytellers, and quit my job in 2014. My power is not Amir Hamza's tales. Even though I continue doing modern Dastans but have always kept the flavor of Old Delhi intact in terms of languages and spirit of the text. I want to make it an art form of the street and lanes. As a female Dastango, I want to go to remotest places of the country and perform there, telling the people their own stories. The people's stories in the format of Dastangoe.
From a conservative setup to a stage performer, Fouzia's tale is finally being heard. Perhaps in her endeavor, she can not only revive a lost art, but also inspire others like her to follow their dreams. In New Delhi, Shubhankar Basu, WION.